blues. I don't know who gets that here, but I certainly have had it since yesterday. And it's a time where I feel like there's a lot of extra stress, emotion, where maybe we have expectations that are not met. And so it can bring up a lot of stuff. I know it can do for me. So, um, and I know I teach about happiness and changing your perspective and all of that, but it doesn't mean that uh, sometimes I don't really get upset and I don't really feel those like deep or painful emotions. We all do. And so yesterday, and sometimes it's a combination of things, right? Sometimes it's a combination of physical things and, outside factors and mental stuff too. So I want to acknowledge that because um, I think like the tools that I teach for happiness, they really do work and they really do help. And but at the same time, I want to acknowledge that sometimes it's like there's just this big emotional upheaval going on, and we have to sit with that, and we have to, we have to find our own way to process that. Right. So, like yesterday, I was supposed to be at a friend's house for Thanksgiving, and it was just kind of it was a tough day for me already. Hey, Mike, nice to see you. It was a tough day for me already. I was well, for us women, right? Time of month, and that just really like hits me as far as my energy and emotion and all of that kind of stuff. And at the same time, and then I like had a fight with my boyfriend who is away on a trip, so that like really threw me off emotionally. We were having a disagreement, and and then there's just the sort of the added stress of everything that's going on, right? With the book launch and feeling like I'm really behind in all of this stuff I needed to have done and outreach I needed to have done and contacts and all this stuff that was supposed to have been done should have been done ages ago, right? I'm still struggling to finish it all. And and so you got that on top of things, and then like there's different family dynamics and stuff that's happening. So, I think a lot of people can look at you and say, hey, you've got this book and it's getting these great reviews, and that's not wonderful, and aren't you happy? Right? I'm like, yeah, but there's a lot of other emotional stuff that goes on behind the scenes that I have to deal with regards to that, with family, with having my life out there in the public eye, right? With having to talk about this stuff regularly on interviews. There's a lot of they can be it can be a little bit tough emotionally to do that. So and I think I've been feeling a bit just tired and drained, partially the physical side as well, and that kind of puts a damper. It's like dumping a big old pot of cold water on top of your head when you're going through that on top of everything else. So but at the same time, it's good, right? Because like I'm pushing much harder than I normally am as far as trying to get stuff done and working till late at night trying to finish things up. And so sometimes we have a physical thing that hits, and that just force me to kind of just, okay, I got to take a pause, I got to rest here, and it's not something I want to do, but like it's just something like you kind of, you don't have the energy, you don't have the focus, you don't have the willpower to keep going. And I know, I mean, it's good because I know it's just for like, a couple of days or something, and it will pass. Thank goodness, right? Passes. But it's difficult when you're in the midst of it, right? And everything else is going on too. And then you have the added stress of the pressure of feeling like, well, I'm getting further behind with all the stuff I'm supposed to be doing. So what do I do? What do I do when all of this is happening to me? Honestly, the most useful thing that I find to do is to go. I go and I like have a special little kind of place in my room and a nice soft rug and candles, and I light them, and I sit and I do my like prayer and meditation, and I sit with God, and I just breathe and lift my heart up and remember all the things that I'm grateful for, and remember why I'm doing this, and remember, that it's really uh, that really the hard work is already done. All this other stuff that I'm trying to do and finish, and the book is written and it's out, and it's like, so I don't need to try to struggle or fight so hard for all of this other stuff that I'm told that I need to do or I think I should do. you know and so that's really where I go, and I sometimes have to go more than once in the day to sit and meditate and pray. And if it's a tough day, sometimes you have to go more than once. Normally I go at least once a day, and then I get that kind of centeredness and calm that I need, that peace that I need. And it doesn't necessarily change completely, like my physical state, or maybe I still am feeling just kind of blah or whatever, but I have the peace to interact in the right way, right? To hopefully, stay loving and stay um, kind and connected, and respond in a healthy way, not in a way that could be damaging to my relationships, which we definitely can do when we're in that state. So um, that was one of the things that was going on for me yesterday and today. And, so I ended up actually just spending Thanksgiving alone on the couch and eating leftovers. But it was okay, because I kind of needed that. I needed to just, hole up, I guess, maybe, and lick my wounds and recover from sort of the emotional conflict that was happening. I did watch a really good show, though. If you guys haven't seen it, Netflix has the new Wheel of Time show out, which is a lot of fun with its fierce women warrior heroes. So that was good fun. But yeah, so just saying that, like, sometimes, that stuff is going to hit, and it's just, you got to just surf the waves. You just surf the waves. There's there's ups and there's downs, and you just stick with it, and that come day or two, your energy will go back up, and it's just a wave, right? It's just a wave. So I hope that you all have things that you can do, places that you can go when stress, family, emotions, loved ones, all this kind of stuff piles on. Um, but yeah, so I just thought I'd just share with you, just be real, talk with you about like what life is like, behind the scenes inside of, there's the excitement of the book launch and everything, which is great, but there's always also a lot of stuff to deal with internally, especially when you're digging up and talking about all of these very heavy topics, right? So anyway, that was it. I hope you guys had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I hope you have. Hey, Abdullah. Hey, nice to see you. Hey, Millie. Lovely to see you guys. Thanks for joining. And I hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving, and that you're going to have a really lovely weekend, and you're going to chill out a little bit more. If I get my energy back, I'm going to try to be working this weekend. But yeah, if not, then just rest in God and let Him hold you up. Okay. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Good night. Good night to you too. Thanks, Abdullah. Good night, Mike. Nice to see you, my friend. I used your special light, by the way. It was very nice. So thank you for that. And you guys have a great day. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye. Oh, I'm actually going live on Facebook tomorrow with my friend Lyra early. I think it's at 9 a.m. I'm going to do a live interview with her on Facebook. So I'll try to figure out how to post that or whatever. But I'll talk to you later. Bye.